guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. All right, so we're going to kick off from where we stopped the last time. So right now we're going to apply the CSS to this HTML page to make it more attractive and to put in some ginger. Back to our code. I'm going to bring in an element called style. All right, so here now I'm going to call the image. This image now, let's have my width, the 100 pixel. Let's see. Okay, now it looks better, not too big. All right, but looking at the edges here, they're very sharp, and if I want to change that, I'm going to apply something we call border radius. So let's make this 20 pixel so they work. All right, yeah. So this gives it a little bit of curve at the edge, but now I would like it to be circle completely. So, and for me to achieve that, the logic here is just that the half of your width gives you a round shape. So here my width here is 100, so let me make my border radius be 50. Okay, yeah, I have this circle, and the reason why it's more like this is because the picture here is more vertical. It's not a square picture. Yeah, so if you apply a square picture, you're going to achieve a complete round circle around the image. So now that we have that, the next thing I want to apply is to make the image left. So I'm going to have something called float left. Yeah, so now I have the image at the left hand side and the text jumps up. Now let's give it a margin. The reason I'm giving it the margin is because if you look at it right here, the text is so close to the image. So I want it to have some gap. It should be a gap between them, between the image and the text. Margin right. So that gives us the space. So with this, let's just say we are done with the image styling right now. Let's work on the text. Olokere Emmanuel, which is my name, I want that to be bold. I'm going to call on the P. I'm going to give it font width. Let's say my font width. Yeah, we have different categories here. We have 100, 200, 300, but let's just make it bold. Let's just call on bold. Yeah, now all texts are bold. And my objective here is that I want the name only to be bold. So what I can do here is I need to differentiate between the name and the write-up. I'm going to have something here, give it a class. This class is an attribute. So calling this class, I want to give it, just let me put name as a class name. So here now, if I call on this p dot name and I refresh, yeah, the bolds now affect only the name, not the write-up. As well, I can decide now to call on p and just call dot name. Yeah. So now to explain this, what is different between this p dot name and dot name? The moment I call p dot name, I'm trying to pass it to a paragraph where we have an attribute name only. So this means if I have this class name elsewhere, it's not going to work because the parent of this class is P. So if I have my paragraph elsewhere and the attribute class is and the class attribute is name, definitely it's going to work. But now if I call it just dot name. This means even if it's other elements, as long as a colon name in the class, this effect will take place. That's the difference. So you using p.name goes well because you want it to only work for the paragraph name only. But if you want it to work generally, like okay, anywhere you call your name, you want this effect to take place, you might just leave it this way. So let's try as well. So let me work on the font size. Let's make the font size large. Okay, better a little bit. But what about if we say let's use larger? Using larger now doesn't really take much difference, right? Not much stuff. So now let's do it this way. I might decide to use a pixel. So here I'm going to say font size should be maybe, let's say 30 pixel. All right. It's kind of big, all right? So this is just how you get your style done to, so you are happy with it. So, and if also I want to apply a color on this, I might decide to just use, let's say color should be probably, let's use blue. All right, so here we have it. So that's all about basic styling. What happened here right now is in styling, we have three methods, three ways you can style. So what I did here is one method that we can use to style in HTML. In my next video, either the next one or the one after this one or the one after that one, you're going to come across where I'm going to arrange it properly, the professional way, where you're going to style it professionally. But here is a method, and this method is not a bad method as well. If you're using this method, you're still on track. As you can see, we're able to achieve the results. So see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to like, drop your comments, and subscribe if you're yet to subscribe. Peace out.